I'm pretty darn good, and hopefully there'll be some folks in the chat that'll let us know relatively quickly whether or not it's working. Yes. It's a fourth wall break inside a fourth wall. It's like
okay, here we go.
Walls.
Hopefully it's working this morning. How you doing, Cameron? Hopefully. But for the moment, let's both just shut up a little bit, and I'm gonna watch us. I'm gonna watch us watching us on YouTube.
Well, out of the frying pan and into the fire.
There appears to be no audio.
Well, out of the frying pan and into the fire.
Hey, Krista, are you hearing anything? So, okay, I need a comment from Krista, because it looks like, okay, we got 4 people watching. Somebody tell me if you can hear anything at all.
That was my fault. That was my fault.
And
that was
then
my
tell
fault.
me if...
I had muted myself while I hit my vape, because I had been told that's an obnoxious sound to come out over the air.
What are we talking about this morning, Cameron? Now I can't hear you. Nope, don't touch any. Oh, thank God.
That was my fault. I had muted myself while I hit my vape, because I had been told that's an obnoxious sound to come out over the air.
It's a deeply obnoxious sound. It's also very loud and high-pitched. Holy shit! I got Sunny DH watching the show this morning. So, Krista says I'm still staticky. That's probably this microphone. I may need a new microphone soon. So, I'm just gonna call you Sunny instead of outing your real name from your Facebook handle there, Sunny. Which I will admit feels a little awkward. But until you tell me different, I will refer to you as Sunny here. But it sure does warm my heart to see you watching the show this morning. Yeah, and I'll be perfectly upfront with everybody. We had so many technical issues last week. I spent more time trying to fix technical issues than getting a show ready. So there are some things going on in the news that we want to talk about. Obviously, today is the... Do I have a phone near my mic? I did. Whoops. Obviously, today is the 6th. It's the day of the... Or, I'm sorry, the 5th. The 6th is tomorrow when the Electoral College
Man, and I gotta say,
happens.
At this point, I never thought I'd be so excited to going back to hearing commercials for divorce firms and hemorrhoid creams.
But today is the Georgia runoff in... Georgia.
Cheap suit. I mean, it's what he is.
Oh, God, yeah.
No, seriously, Ossoff exists. And
I'm so
if you've
sick
studied Georgia politics for a while, the Democrats here have been trying to push Ossoff into the political sphere
for like 4 years now,
Well,
and it's because he can talk
coming out of
like
cheap suit.
Barack Obama
There's
when
so
he's on
much
property.
Hollywood money there.
That's all there is to it. Period.
Study Georgia politics for a while. The Democrats here have been trying to push Ossoff into the political sphere for like 4 years now. And it's because he can talk like Barack Obama when he's on property.
No, there's a little more to it than that. It's not the Democrats that are pushing Ossoff. It's China. And if we've learned anything over the last year, basically, if it appears that the Democrats are interested in something, it's China. With everything we've seen from the Hunter laptop, the various dealings with China, all the propaganda out of China, the Chinese virus,
apparently it's like one of those sequels that's
China's
pointless.
In the
like there's some pretty set pieces, but like
Sonny
there's
Dale
not actually a
says it's almost
story
as bad
there,
as
and
Wonder Woman
because
84.
it's supposed to be a
I haven't
knock
seen
on
that yet.
Donald Trump and Ronald Reagan
I really
at the same
enjoyed
time.
the first one. I'm
It's
gonna be
just
heartbroken if
it's
Wonder
very
Woman sucks. But
very ham-fisted, and it also suffers from the thing where the studios wanted more villains, so there's two villains in it instead of just one, and apparently it's 2.5 hours, and it could have been an 80-minute movie and still not been able to fill up its 80 minutes.
It is very, and it also suffers from the thing where the studios wanted more villains, so there's two villains in it instead of just one, and apparently it's
Oh no, I intend to.
80-minute movie and still not been able to fill up its 80 minutes.
Oh well. Well, we get what we get, and we don't pitch a fit. Oh wait, no, that's exactly what we do. Ha! So maybe we'll get back to Wonder Woman 84, and you know what? I'm glad we had this tangent actually. So by the end of this month, the political season is going to basically be over for a little while. There will still be politics to discuss, but we'll be able to move our attention back to the things that Brushfire Mind is supposed to be about, the things we want to do. And a lot of that, I'm a student of philosophy, of cinema, of literature, of art. And one of the things that horrifies me is the extent and degree to which those most important pillars of our culture, which is who we are just infected, just completely infected by the left-wing politics, and most especially Marxism. Guys, I challenge you to go read Karl Marx, read anything he's written, and then ask yourself this question. And you will not be able to give yourself a satisfactory answer to this question. And the question is, how is it possible that anyone ever took this man seriously as a philosopher, as a
Don't
critical
forget the
thinker?
boils. He didn't like to bathe,
as an
and he used to get
academician.
these terrible boils.
Okay, when you read the works of Marx,
He was literally
he writes like
he
a
was
man who
literally a
owned one
disgusting
pair
human
of
being.
pants shared between a wife, a mistress, and 6 children, half of whom starved to death, and was an inebriate.
So, just to bring it back
Because
around
that's who
with China,
he was.
it's not even just the political season. Like, if you think about how much China has infected everything,
I don't want to
hell,
talk
the
about
very
that.
platform that we're using, the parent company of
Yeah,
all of this,
he was
Alphabet,
a filthy
created its own
drunk.
separate search engine
a sot.
for China, so that the Chinese could literally keep their finger on the pulse of everything its citizens ever did, and they have since implemented a social credit score. And then even things like Disney really wanted to pander and throw in some LGBTQ plus representation in The Rise of Skywalker, but they did it in such a way so that it was a single throwaway scene that could be trimmed out when The Rise of Skywalker was screened in China. Because that's right, kids. You think the lefties are the tolerant ones. They never are. They never are. You want to see where the gays get treated like shit? Go to those lefty countries. That's where they get treated like shit. And even... But even like LeBron James with the NBA, and I get it.
You want to see Jim Crow laws and segregation?
Away most of those laws. I think as a society, we have voluntarily moved past the point where if we found out you were a bigoted business owner, a lot of us would choose not to do business with you.
Or you go to California, where they're currently trying to repeal all of the laws that make Jim Crow laws illegal. You know, it's Thomas Sowell makes a very interesting argument about segregation and voluntary segregation versus forced segregation, and he pointed out that everywhere you see people who are alike, either people who share a belief, share a religion, or share an ethnicity or whatever, who cooperate with one another in a voluntarily in a pseudo-balkanized social order, you see massive success. You know, he points to examples like Japan, the Slavic countries, where it's racially homogenous, nearly ethnically homogenous, just as a function of geography. And even places across America where
China's infected
ethnically homogenous
everything
by voluntary
again, like LeBron James with the NBA, and I get it. For whatever reason, Chinese people, they love the shit out of basketball. They really do.
It fails when the government
and that's a huge market for the NBA. But
I'm not saying I necessarily agree with the argument, but his argument is incredibly compelling.
Talking about the civil rights violations that happen in this country, whereas there's that whole Uyghur issue in China, and then let's not even talk about like Taiwan and Tibet, and you want to talk about civil rights violations, but no, I do think it is becoming readily apparent that the Chinese influence is real, and it could just be that there's a whole bunch of Eric Swalwells out there when they've got compromat on each individual politician. It could be that this is a voluntary arrangement, and I think the thing that I believe to a certain extent is that there are those that are on the left that wish we could be more like China, because the thing that the Marxist, that the leftist, that whatever always wants is more power, more influence. They are smarter than you and I. They know better than you and I. And if a few thousand, even a few million you and I's get crushed under the wheels of progress, so much the better. Like, if you take all emotion and morality out of it, you could actually argue that Stalin was a fantastic leader. Like, he turned Russia into an industrial power in under a decade. It killed 20 million people. There you go, effective.
Yeah, well, and the word you're looking for, instead of fantastic, the word you're looking for is effective. There is such a thing as an effective leader who is pure evil. That's easy. I mean, but basically that would be a leader where even though his methods are horrifying and evil, and even his followers hate him because his methods are so horrifying and evil, the organization achieves its objectives no matter what else you can say on an opinion basis, that is an effective leader if he can continue to achieve the objectives of the organization. Now, it is by no means the probable one. But, okay, so
Go vote.
Zaluska says, you say a sentence and the audio comes up for it like 3 minutes later. Yeah, see, I needed to know that already. Damn it. So I'm just gonna have to go back and listen to the stream and see how it went. And anywho,
Might have to stop this
so
and restream.
yeah, you gotta go vote today.
All right, buddy. Well, if this is all just hot garbage,
Okay, so we're still having the same problems then, and that's after changing stuff.